I'm gonna have nightmares because of these buds. They just remind me of the death that carries like that long thingy to kill people. That's what they remind me of.
Welcome to Sydney. We drove from Melbourne and we stopped along the way in a few places. Well, we obviously saw kangaroos. Whatever this is. A swimming pool by the rocks. Cockatoos. And a friendly spider.
Big monster. So now we are in Sydney. We don't have much time because we couldn't find parking for very long and it's very expensive. We also chose a weekday, which makes it even more expensive to park within the city, and if we parked outside we would have to pay to come in, so it would be the same thing. So we don't have much time, so we're gonna do the basics.
Yep, starting with the most famous stuff here.
The Botanic Gardens. Because of these buds, they scare me, but at the same time they look like kiwis in a strange way. I think because of their long beak. I don't know.
Oi, oi! We can spot Harbour Bridge already. Harbour Bridge and the Opera House.
Had run out of time to be in Sydney city centre, but we are hungry and it's lunchtime, so we are gonna have kangaroo burger. Can you believe it?
Yeah, we just drove, I think, like 4 kilometers outside of the city centre, the main district, to try kangaroo burger. So before you say anything, kangaroo meat is a thing here. It's available. It's not part of the daily diet, but you can have it. So it's completely normal to have kangaroo if you want here in Australia.
Yes, and we want to try it. We've been not eating meat for a really long time, especially now because traveling and everything. Camping, it's not very, I would say, easy and convenient to have a lot of meat. So we've basically been sticking to vegetarian meals. I'm not sure how I feel about it because I want to try it, but at the same time I don't. So
I mean, it's once, why not?
Yeah, I know, but they're so cute. I don't know how I'm gonna feel once I see the actual kangaroo. I'm gonna be thinking about that. I don't know, we will see.
Burgerroo is the place.
Okay, we went for the double and we can convert it into a Burgerroo, which we did. And as a meal, which comes with drinks and baked potatoes.
Australian drink? Some
Solo
kind of,
lemonade.
You guys were saying. Alright, so here we have it. The kangaroo burger.
I'm gonna have just a little bit of meat first and cheese. Juicy.
Hop, 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 hop.
Tastes different.
Is it? Does it?
Tastes like strong beef.
So full. Super full.
I'm bursting from all sizes and shapes, and the man was like the sweetest man ever.
The owner was so cool.
He treated us like super nice, us and other customers that were going in as well. The burgers were delicious, presentation was delicious. We saw other burgers and other plates going out, and it was just, everything looked so good for a Burgerroo place, a burger place. It was just like...
Burgerroo is the place here in Sydney.
Yeah, and it was so cute that...
He gave us a little vanilla Coke for the way, because we were saying that we were going to Bondi Beach next, that's where we're heading, and he said, you know what, take a drink, it's a long way and you're gonna need it.
It's not really a long way, but he gave us a drink anyway. It was super chilled, super nice, very good vibes from him. So if you want to try kangaroo burger or even any burger, because these burgers were really good, that is the place. And it's not far away from the centre. I mean, it's like 4 kilometers, but you can get public transportation here, or if you drive in, you can do the same as us and find the free parking on the street behind it, not on the main high street.
It's not easy, but you can find some.
Yeah, because the place is located on Oxford Street or High Street or something, but behind that main street there is like these off-side parkings where you can park for free for like a couple of hours, which was what we did, and it was very good.
Alright, and what about the flavour of the burger?
For me it was really good. It tastes like, for me it tasted like beef, but a little bit different than beef. I think
less fatty? Well, it doesn't have any fat at all. Kangaroo meat.
Stronger taste of like
hunting meat.
Yeah, strong meat taste, and like a very strong meat that on my first bite I was already full, but I could not finish the burger because I just kept thinking about the bloody kangaroos hanging, and just like, oh my god, this thoughts and images kept invading my mind, and I just couldn't finish it. But I liked it. I would not have it again.
Probably a beef burger.
Yeah, I would stick to the normal beef burger, because kangaroo is very strong and it fills you up very quickly, especially for us that we're not used to have a lot of meat lately. So we got full very easily, but we also asked for double, so we had 2 patties of kangaroo instead of just 1 patty.
Yeah, I'm happy that we tried it, but probably won't have it again,
because just the thought of the bloody kangaroos jumping, invading my mind, it just drives me mad.
Anyway, once you arrive to Australia, give it a go. Try it once. If you like it, you do. If you don't, well, it's the experience, right?
Yeah, I think you will like it, because it's just like a normal beef burger, but in my mind I was just imagining them jumping around. At the famous Bondi Beach. Look at this. Here they actually film a program that I used to watch, and I still watch when I have time, which is Bondi Rescue, and they're actually filming one right now. So this is everything that I imagine, apart from it's very tiny. I thought it was way bigger, but it's a very small beach.
This is the go-to beach here in Sydney.
Yeah, the trendy one, very popular. A lot of young people swimming, even though it's cold, and surfing and exercising as well. Yeah, very trendy beach in Sydney.
bananas and mangoes.
For $10 only. It's like €5 or 6.
Yeah, we just bought it from that man over there. Well, he's inside of the van now, but he's selling a lot of type of fruits. We chose mangoes.
I know. I really looked into the box that they had with a lot of different fruits, but it was $30 and it was like 5 kilos of fruit, which was a lot for just the two of us. And most of it was ready to eat within the next couple of days. So we just decided to have the mangoes because we don't want to waste any fruit. They look good.
Where are they from?
Australia.
Are they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Australia grown. Ontario group.
We have left Sydney. I wanted to stay longer, but having a car in the big city is a big no-no.
Yeah, parking is expensive, and then we don't want to stay too further away from the city because then we have to pay public transportation. So,
and the majorities of the car parks, you can only stay max of 2 hours during the weekdays and 4 hours on the weekends, so it's not ideal either.
yeah,
Big cities, just book a hotel if you can.
having a car is not
It's a
ideal.
nightmare.
And driving around, it's also not ideal. But Sydney was beautiful.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
Me
a lot
too.
of greenery, a lot of animals. The botanic gardens were really massive and huge. We didn't even have the time to scratch the surface. We just walked around a little bit.
Amazing birds, weird ones,
Yeah.
cool ones, colourful ones, so many
Yeah.
types of birds.
It was cool, and Sydney kind of reminded me a little bit of London.
On a sunny day.
Built on a sunny day, which is rare. But like the buildings, Victorian style, and the brick houses and everything, it reminded me a little bit of London. But so did Melbourne. So I guess Sydney and Melbourne are a bit more like European style type of cities. So yeah.
But I preferred Sydney. I don't know why, but I just preferred Sydney.
Yeah, even though we had less time in Sydney, I think I liked it a little bit more as well. Even though Melbourne had a little bit more character, I would say. More charismatic. There was a different vibe. But I preferred Sydney. I don't know why. Just gave me a different vibe from it.
We didn't have much time, but I think we ticked everything that we wanted to visit. But I feel that we should go back there and just spend more time
In the
soaking
cities,
in the city. But yeah, really enjoyed Sydney.
Yeah, I guess there's no reason why we wouldn't go back to the cities one day and revisit properly, because this time was just like a stopover very quickly. But now we're outside of the madness, the mayhem, the driving and the traffic and all of the noise from the cars. We are out of it.
Yeah, we drove 125 kilometers outside of the city. We are in Berrima in direction to Alice Springs. Change of plans.
Well, kind of, and not really, because we are going south instead of doing the east coast like we had planned. We're not doing the east coast anymore. We decided just last minute
To scrap it off.
the weather is not ideal at the moment. At least we feel like it. Look at me. Do I look like I'm in summer? No way.
But there was people on the beach, but it was 22 or 23
Yeah,
degrees.
it was cold. It is cold. It's
For
not
us.
a summer day. It's like a spring day and the sun is nice, but it's not a summer day. And I really was looking for summer.
Yeah,
Hot.
so the East Coast is no longer happening.
Yeah, and also because it's super busy. School holidays are still on until like beginning of February, so we want to avoid like the mayhem and the madness. We want to be able to relax because our trip was already chaotic and tiring, so we wanted to be able to enjoy it and not stress out so much. And on this side, on the East Coast, it's going to be cities and big cities after big cities, and a bit hard for us, and we would not be able to enjoy as much as we wanted. So that's going to be for another time when we're going to visit Australia sometime
In the future.
in the future. Yeah, so now the plan is to go direct to Alice Springs, but the easiest way is from Sydney back to Adelaide and
Close to Adelaide and then up north.
so we're going to go back to South Australia But we're gonna do a different route. We're not gonna go by the coast. We're gonna go inland. So hopefully we're gonna stop in a couple of places along the way. Plus we need to use a couple of libraries as well along the way because we haven't been working that much. So we need to start working as well. And yeah, I think that's the plan really. That's the updates that we
Alice Springs, and then we're gonna head back to the west coast and spend more time on the west coast.
West Australia. Western Australia.
We really enjoyed.
Is the best. And I think I agree that we keep on just thinking about the west part of Australia, Western Australia, and we are kind of drawn to it.
Nice beaches, hot weather.
Yeah,
I don't know. We're drawn into the west.
We're not gonna fight it anymore, and we're gonna drive in that direction. We're just gonna give up on this. And our plan was also a bit too ambitious, I would say.
Yeah, it was to do all the east coast and then head to the center to visit Uluru, which is our main.
And all the springs and all of that, and then head to Western Australia again, but. We rethought our journey and it's going to be different. So Alice Springs and then back to Western Australia and enjoy the good weather and the hot. I don't care, I just want it hot because I miss the sun and I miss high temperatures.
I don't miss the flies though.
I don't miss the flies as well, but can't have it all, can we?
Alright, so that was it from Sydney and a bit of a life update, journey update from us. Thank you so much for watching.
And I keep looking around because there's so many colourful birds here and we can't get them on camera because they are so fast. But I think you can hear them. They are like crazy fast and it's just amazing.
We'll just put some images if we can.
Yeah, if we can, we're just gonna finish off the video with some images of the crazy birds here.
Alright, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. We shall see you in the next one. Activities.